Today, a better way, December 27th. And for those of you that are new, this is Today a Better Way. It's a Families Anonymous publication, and I do a reading and I share on it what I'm learning, what I'm currently, how it applies to my life. Going to share with you some things, and going to share with you this quote from Al-Anon. Yep, Al-Anon. Um, Take what you need and leave the rest. So, as I share with you. All right, December 27th. If only. If only I had, or if only I had not, I had a terminal case of if only when I first came to Families Anonymous. I kept blaming myself for my son's drug dependence, thinking that some past omission or wrong action by me or my husband must surely have plunged him into chemical dependency. Blaming ourselves for another's shortcomings is a very human failing. No matter how often I was told that chemical dependency is a disease, I still clung to my own self-importance, wanting to inject myself into the picture. In my useless guilt, I kept imagining I had somehow caused the problem. Today I've grown in the Families Anonymous Fellowship, also known as a FA. Um, I've accepted my son's addiction as a disease, and I have let go of if only. Speculation about the past is only that, speculation. It gets me nowhere in my task for today, and it weighs me down with a useless burden. What's more, it certainly does not release my son to work his own recovery. If only is a predictable stage most of us go through. Thank goodness it is only a stage, and thank goodness I am finished with it. Today I will turn if only over to my higher power. I have no use for it anymore. I want to show you what the readings look like to you, and then I'll share with you how I'm growing in this place. So the daily readings look like this. So you can see how they're labeled there, and hopefully, okay, right there. No, that's perfect. Focus. Come on, camera. You can do it. Oh, maybe I need to pull it back. I'll pull it back. Okay. So the daily readings go like this. So you can see how they kind of they're laid out. So my spine on my book is broken, and I think I'm just gonna, I don't know. Somewhere has to repair books. I have to find that place. Maybe there's one online, but so with this, if only I totally I struggle with this every day. FYI, I have in my own recovery, I have 20 years of sobriety. This past coming November 29th of 2020, and man, it's crazy how you know the craziness I bring, the things that I struggle with, how I what I bring into this, and I'm coming to realize how I can trigger somebody else. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Bobby Gray Eagle, and I serve as a chaplain at United Chapel on the campus of United Tribes Technical College. I also serve as just in various capacities and volunteer roles and things like that. And this is one of the things that I feel like I should be offering to the community. So I do these readings and tell you where I'm at. And um, in this if only place of if I didn't do that, if I would have done this, I felt it more. And the reason why I shared my background with you is because I felt it more like within my family would call it, as Dakota people, we would call it like my vocation is to help people. I would be a spiritual leader. Um, but the training I received is almost one of, and it wasn't, it was more so from an evangelical uh, point of view, maybe. And I always felt like my family should have it together, or else I was disqualified from serving the community. And so when my loved one would be in this place, or my loved ones would be in this place of continually struggling, I would wonder, what did I do? What did me and my wife do? And or what didn't we do? Didn't we provide our loved one with enough nurture or whatever, and was I too rigid back then? And some of those things were I did do. I was I was rigid, but it's not for me to stay in that place. So what I've been learning lately in this is I have been letting it go too. I've been letting this kind of like this person that submits. If only is a predictable stage most of us go through. Thank goodness it is only a stage, and thank goodness I'm finished with it. If anything I'm finished with it. I've had a lot of things go through my head in the past several years, and I know one of them is that I got to work my own program. I got to remove the plank out of my own eye before I can see clearly, and that's where my starting point is. My life isn't about managing somebody else's life, and I got more than enough work worrying about me, and that's where I'm at. So when I read the today, a better, the today I will at the bottom, kind of like the action point, the thing to consider, the thing to do. Today I will, or the recommendation, because this is what this person is living. The today I will is turn if only over to my higher power and I have no use for it anymore. That's where I'm at. When my sons or my loved ones or my friends or my family, whoever it is, whatever the relationship, when they're struggling with an addiction, I turn it over to God. It's one of the hardest things I can do because it's so easy to worry about, and then I'm spending all this intellectual capital on this, all this spiritual capital on this, all this emotional capital on it, and it's just exhausting. And the next thing you know, I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, where did the past 40 minutes go? Like, I just been mindlessly wandering around from errand to errand or task to task or whatever. I wasn't even present in that meeting or whatever. And I'm like, wow, man, this is really consuming you. So, and I was struggling with it yesterday for sure. That I talked to Creator God out loud, and that's one thing that you're gonna see. You're gonna kind of the vibes you're gonna pick up is I'm not ashamed as a Dakota person of my relationship with Creator God. And when a person but I respect other people's points of view. So if a person came in and said, I'm not at that place, I come here to, kind of hear the practice. Cool. I, I respect it. As Dakota people, we're to be good relatives. So that's with anyone. And I'm thinking to myself, um, you need to not be ashamed of sharing, you know, where you're at in your relationship with him. If you want to share some of that sacredness, then share it, but just realize where people are at. So if you ever hear in these Today a Better Ways that like a strong spiritual component, it's cultural. it's I can't help it. My mother is the one that taught me about relationship with Creator. She got it from her mother, my grandmother, and I'm just having a relationship with him, and the way I do it is sacred. It's sacred to me, and I know that that's not everybody's reality. So when you hear the Today a Better Ways or the Today I Wills, in these submissions or in these videos, and you're like, man, it's just overly, or if you feel that way, it's just overly spiritual, and it almost feels like a little bit of, because I don't know, in this time of human history, and in 2020 of December 17th of 2020, it's just like everybody is so suspicious of one another. And I feel like I do you a solid and respect you by giving you this caveat. So even though I say that I'm going to, like this, give it to Creator, I don't want you to feel like you're not welcome here because you're not in that place. No, please, just hear me out. I have relatives their relationship with Creator, they haven't talked to him for years. So I have friends that are the same way. I have acquaintances that are the same way. They haven't talked to Creator for years. And I respect where you're at. Like, so for me, I give it to him. And so I talk out loud, and, I'll say things like, worrying about this isn't getting me any deeper, but I am going to tell you what I did struggle with. I'm not going to, you know everything. And, that I think that it's my actions that are affecting him because this, then that or whatever. And I know that's not true because of what our Judeo-Christian brothers and sisters teach, or whatever. a man will be accountable for his own sin, or whatever, or his own shortcomings, or living his own way, or whatever. Um, so I know, but I'm still giving it to you that I struggle with this. In some ways, I don't want to bring it to you, but I know that me carrying it is just it's just too much to bear, and it's consuming me. So I'm giving it to you, and and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm just going to continue to do work on me, to remove the plank from my own eye, and so I can see clearly. And worrying isn't getting anywhere. If this just stewing it in isn't getting anywhere. So that's where I'm at. And I was struggling with it yesterday, and you got a small taste of the prayer that I prayed out loud. I've told people that when they come into my home, or maybe they came, to the side of my house, and they see me in the backyard, and they hear me, and they're like, "Are you talking to yourself?" They would hear me talking like this, but I'm talking to him, and so where I'm at right now is I'm getting I'm really exercising the muscle to give it to him, and it's amazing that sometimes I do really well, and sometimes I don't. Like, I'll give him some family drama. I'll give him things that I'm worrying about, but I take it back right away. 2 hours later. Well, I wonder if. But I'm human. I'm trying to get better at it. But yeah, today, all I got to worry about is today. And that's what I'm trying to do. So today, a better way. Again, December 17th of 2020, that's the submission. That's where I'm at. And what's really cool about Today a Better Way, this Families Anonymous publication, is I'll be somewhere else next year at this time. When I read December 17th, I'll be somewhere else. I would have grown. I would have grown in this. So just really cool. But I feel like I need to just share with you the reason why I'm creating these videos is because I feel like going into COVID-19, going into this global pandemic, it's almost like I gotta stand up a little bit. It's almost like we forgot about the opioid crisis, and the pandemic. It's like we just kind of, I don't know. It's like these individuals and families that are going through this hard thing, the addictions or whatever they may be, they're still out there, and they still need help. Well, because I've received in so many different ways, from podcasters, from program, from literature, or whatever. I feel like I need to give back, so that's what I'm doing. It's really an idea. I call them nudges. It's an idea. It's a nudge from Creator, and I'm just doing my best to steward it, I guess. Kind of, and give back, and go from there. So that's kind of what these videos are about. I hope to see you tomorrow, because none of us are promised tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll be recording another one of these, and hopefully every day, and if I can't, I'm gonna go easy on myself and be like, what, I missed one day, whatever. So I don't know, maybe I'll record, but I feel like recording them on the day is better. It's sacred. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, if I pre-record these, it just, I don't know. Sorry, thinking out loud, but anyway, Today a Better Way. That's what these playlists, that's what this is going to be about. So Dokshta, okay. I'm teaching myself Dakota language, so any opportunity I get to share words like it, and then it solidifies the language within me. So yeah. Blessings on all of you. I'll see you guys later. There is no word. That's what I said. Dokshta, okay. I'll see you later. There is no word for goodbye in Dakota. So until next time, see you later.